Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Man United Agenda. Welcome to your Manchester United versus West Ham United preview. I am joined today by the Rebel, the Irishman, Mr. Well, I was going to say Mr. Depressive, but Mr. B's got that title, hasn't he? How are you, mate?
I'm grand. I was prepping for the Excel World Championships, the amount of Excel I've been using lately. But look, midweek football, it's nice to have an extra game because, the one gripe I do have is the Premier League have decided in all their authority to put Manchester United as the last bloody game of every bloody game week right through to the end of December. And why are we being punished? But anyway, can I just ask you one question, non-Manchester United related? Tony Bloom, apparently he's the subject of an investigation for a betting scandal.
Who?
Tony Bloom, the owner of Brighton. There's a big article in the Times today that he's in big trouble.
Oh, wow.
But anyway, I just thought I'd mention it.
No, don't know about that one, to be honest with you.
Sorry, just quickly, he's not dead. There was an official statement from his family. He's still alive.
Oh, there you go. We're just talking about something like that, weren't we? And of course, Mr. Positivity, Mr. If you're feeling down, give him a call or you'll turn it around. Yabba Forbes, how we doing, Yabba?
I'll turn that frown. What's the word? Turn that frown into
turn that frown upside down.
Yeah, turn that frown upside down. Yeah, what a great tune that is. I've got a jazz tune that says that. Turn that frown upside down. It's a bit like play school. Remember in play school, you'd say things like that. But yeah, I'm doing great, Colin. Obviously, it's an early start today because of the Premier League footage of football going on. Must say, really impressed. I watched Fulham and Man City yesterday. What a game that was, for the goals and drama and excitement. But it just tells you that the league is really competitive. Whether you're Fulham, whether you're Man City, every game can be competitive. You've even got teams like Sunderland. I don't know what the betting odds are for them to go to Arsenal. They're playing Arsenal, I think, tonight.
Liverpool.
But, you wouldn't be surprised if they got a how good the Premiership is. I know Fulham, Leeds United, maybe Burnley at the bottom, and someone else at the bottom. It's looking like they're sort of Wolves as well.
Wolves.
But apart from that, every other team I feel is capable of beating each other, and that just shows the power of this league right now. And for us as well, Man United, so used to sort of dominating. We've got most Premier League titles. To come back from that and actually dominate again is going to be difficult. You'd get teams that can win a league, but to maintain it and dominate with the way things are in the Premiership right now is really difficult. As Liverpool finding out, as Man City finding out, since the treble they've struggled as well. So I just want to say big up to the Premier League. It's great to be playing in that league, and if you do win the league, it means more, I think, than any other trophy in world football for any club side.
Yeah, I mean, it does, doesn't it? I mean, as United fans, that's what we want, especially from us. But, I do want to point out, obviously, we are doing the score predictions as normal. There's been less score predictions given to me this time. I put Yabba's in there just because it's positivity. He hasn't given me one, but I put one in there for him anyway.
I'll go for a 3-1, actually, Colin. If you've got time, I'd like to go for a 3-1.
Well, that's interesting. That is very interesting.
I can see it from here.
But there will be a table updated for the next show, as we have two people who have got full points for the last game. Yabba, you predicted a 2-1 win.
I said 3-2, actually.
Oh, okay. 3-2 win. All right, I've got 2-1 written down for some reason. So 3-2. So you get a point then. So we've got one person, and that was Damien, who predicted United would win 2-1.
Brilliant. Well done, Damo.
So the viewers are currently in the lead on the scoreboard. Let's get into the predicted 11. This is Mr. B's predicted 11 this time. So Mr. B has gone with, obviously, Lamans is going to be in goal.
Great goalie.
Yeah, there's no doubt, is there, at all? Yoro.
Ooh, surprise, surprise.
See, I think Yoro's a solid player, but yeah, I see why. Delightful.
He loves to lit, doesn't he, Mr. B?
He does. Damien picked 2-1 loss. Oh, I've got 2-1 win down.
Sure.
Well, with Martinez back, I'm surprised. Yeah, well done, Mr. B. That's Shaw deserves his place.
Dorgu.
No comment.
No comment. Ahmad.
Yep.
Yeah, I'll go with that.
Yeah, he's a staple now, isn't he, Ahmad? Casemiro.
Can he do 90 minutes like the other day, Rebel? Can he get another 90 minutes down his belt?
Bruno Fernandes.
Yeah.
Still think he should be a 10, but anyway.
Yeah.
Wow. we can discuss this, don't you worry. Mason Mount.
Yep.
Yeah. He's going to need a bigger shirt soon. He's swelling up with pride.
Yes. And Buemo.
Okay.
And finally, leading the line, Joshua Zirkzee.
Wow.
What's your
Interesting.
thoughts on that, gentleman?
Well, the thing that standout thing for me is Luke Shaw, I think, because Luke Shaw has been playing well this season and everybody puts the boots in on Luke Shaw, but he's a quality player. And now we will see what happens. It'll be interesting because now with Martinez back, Heaven couldn't test him, it seems, but with Martinez back, let's see what the manager really thinks about Martinez. Can he get back in the side? I think the defense is not secure. We don't have a balance free as yet because Euro is disappointing me. And then on the left side, Luke Shaw's been playing really well. Had a couple of stinkers against Man City, I remember, but apart from that, he's a quality player. And the manager sees that now. So I'm a bit surprised Mr. B didn't put Martinez in because I know he likes Martinez, but Luke Shaw, for me, deserves his place. And long live the king, Luke Shaw, one of our longest serving players. And still, after all this time being at the club, he still demands a first team slot, which really suggests just how good he is. So put some respect on his name. What about you guys?
Yeah, well, I say Rebel. There was a little bit of booing going off in this. Care to explain?
Firstly, I would like to say the one change that I think that will happen is I think Matthias Cunha comes straight back into the lineup, and Zirkzee gets his position on the bench restored to him. I know he scored the goal the last day, but I do not see any scenario where Cunha is not on that field at the start of the game. Now, look, Luke Shaw, when he get right to us, full of promise, full of youthful exuberance, full of speed, full of direct running, was one of the best left backs in Premier League at the time. Has had injury after injury after injury, and he's had a few clunkers in him this season, I feel, that have contributed to a few of the goals that have gone past Mr. Lemon. And I just think that against the likes of the Sucheks and the Bowens and all these kind of players, I think he's in danger of getting served up. And there was a necessity to have him there for the last couple of game weeks because Heaven hadn't established himself and hasn't managed to break into that squad. He's probably going to go out on loan. Martinez was obviously injured. Harry Maguire is obviously injured. It's clearly was a necessity call that put Luke Shaw in there. Maz, when he's played in the back three, hasn't really done it for us. He's obviously coming back into fitness. I just think the time of Luke Shaw is gone.
Interesting. Very interesting. My personal opinion on Luke Shaw is I think is an asset at the moment. I do. Martinez has been out for far too long. He's nowhere near match sharp. So throwing him in is not going to work. Mazraoui prefers playing on the other side where Yoro plays. So who else do we have really? Yes, you've got Heaven, but he's still learning the trade. We need experience in this team. We've been crying out for experienced players. And as much as, sick note Luke Shaw is, because he picks up an injury, he's out for God knows how long, you need to remember this is World Cup year. Gilberto Carlos always turns up during World Cup year. So let's take advantage of that.
Interesting call from Andrew, actually. The one disappointing thing is we're going to lose Maz in 10 days?
It's 15th, isn't it? We've got until. So 12 days. Yeah, unfortunately. Big up Andrew. Big up Stuart as well. And Solo, who was in the chat. I don't know if he's still here. Big up, buddy. Hope you're doing well. So, gentlemen, we have Cunha coming back. Obviously, still no Sesko, still no Maguire. Should we be playing Cunha over Xerxes, or is this the time for Xerxes to get a run of games now and get that confidence back up?
For me, you have to consider a couple of things that we have to talk about. Xerxes plays down the middle as a number 9, even though he's half 9 or whatever they tried to call him. I haven't seen Cunha play there as yet. Maybe he's played a few minutes there, but Cunha seems to play better, deeper in the 2 number 10 roles. That's what we signed for. So I think it's a like for like. Xisco and second place would be Xerxes. And he's got his opportunity. And it'd be interesting to see where he's at with the manager, because the manager said, he was asked the other day when we played the Everton game, he was asked how he played. He said he played all right. He was, he gave it away because he didn't say anything. He didn't sort of try to cover him or anything. She said, look, it wasn't just about him. The whole team played poor. But then he comes back, shows some character, scores a goal in the second half against Palace, and we get a win there, which is a bit unexpected. So the key thing for me, come an hour before the game tomorrow, will he pick him? If he picks him, that's backing the guy at credit. And this is what he say. I think it's I'm saying he must pick him because it will show the rest of the teammates, you play well, you'll keep his place in the side. And if he doesn't pick him, it means he's gone. He's got to go in January, because what more can the kid do? He's been rusty. He's come back, had a bad game, come and scored in the second game. You got to kick him on and don't shunt his progress. So I think it's very important he picks him, but I think it would be more telling to see what happens. I just don't know. But I think if you're a good manager, back him, pick him, and rather than bring in an injured guy like Cunha and play him in a position that he's not really familiar with.
I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to disagree with you, Abba. I think it was a necessity that Xerxes played against Crystal Palace the last day due to lack of options. We pretty much had no attacking options on the bench on that Crystal Palace game. I think the decision on Xerxes has already been made. I don't think there's anything that he could do between now and the January transfer window that will keep him as a fixture in Manchester United's squad. The only thing that could keep him there is AFCON, but I think his days are numbered in the Manchester United shirt. I'm delighted he got his goal. I think, he's a good, honest player in that he knows where his levels are at, but unfortunately, it's not worked at Manchester United Football Club. He hasn't developed in the way that we would need. And I think even though Cunha is not, as you said, a natural centre forward, Ruben Amorim will have options with a fluid attack of Mount, Mbeumo and Cunha, maybe to get him to bounce around a bit and cause a bit of trouble against a West Ham defence that's been a bit of a disaster. So I think there's no way in the wide earthly world Joshua Xerxes is named in the starting lineup.
But speaking of AFCON, we're playing West Ham. We've got some pretty winnable games, let's be honest. Our next couple of games are pretty winnable games. Should Amorim be looking at these games with the fact, knowing that he's going to be losing certain players? So does that give him a bit more freedom to, like, for instance, take Emblemo off a little bit early and try a different front three that he's going to have to play whilst he's away at AFCON, playing somebody else where Ahmad's playing at right wing back, because he has to think about all this, because like you said, we've got them for another 12 days. And after 12 days, they're gone. We cannot select them. So should he be looking at possibly using these easier games to try and integrate these players that are going to be covering for AFCON?
Well, the games they're going to be missing are Villa, Newcastle, Wolves again, Leeds, and I think they're back by the time we play City. But obviously, if you're in control of the game, if you're ahead, say if United turn the corner that they're 2-0, 3-0 up at halftime against West Ham, maybe you do throw on players, have a look at them, maybe take a look at the likes of Shea Lacey, see if he can live in the Premier League era at this stage of his career. But at the moment, the priority is points on board. You do not sacrifice a experiment for points. Like, in reality, we need 3 off West Ham, we need 3 off Wolves. We'd want to be taking points off Bournemouth at home, because there's no guarantee of points against Villa and Newcastle in those 2 games where we won't have the aforementioned players. You play your strongest lineup and you worry about filling the gaps when they're gone.
Well, look, it's a really good question that Colin poses there about rotation. And a good manager should do that. You got to keep everyone sharp. You really have to do that. You got to use your squad. You have to utilize the squad. This isn't 1984 where people have got like a 13-man squad and you have to sort of shuffle that. You got options there and good quality players as well. And it's about, if you're a good manager, it's not about just picking the team. It's about keeping people on their toes and keeping people motivated. And I think what Alex Ferguson would do in the past is say, settle down, lad. Next week against Chelsea, you're playing. Get ready for that game. And I hope he does the same with the fixtures you mentioned there. We've got Wolves coming up as well. If you say to one of these guys on the subs bench a lot of the time, look, I'm thinking about get ready, get your mind ready for the game coming up, rather than just waiting for an hour before the game to see if you're ready or not. Get them motivated, get the best out of them and give them something to drive forward for, thinking, right, that's my game. I'm going to get myself on it and prove people wrong. That's good management, pressing people's buttons and getting the reaction that you want. So I think it's important, Rebel and Colin, great question, that you do shuffle the pack and keep people on their toes. Mm. Like a midget in a urinal. You have to stay on their toes.
That is a lovely image to have in my head now. Thank you very much. Hit a few comments before we go. I'll let one of you guys do that if you want for me, just whilst I set this next part up.
Yeah, Stuart was asking about what happened to Cheeto. He should be on the bench surely. From what I've read, he's dealing with an injury, and I don't think he's kind of settled into Premier League football life yet. He's a young man. He hasn't probably developed to the levels that he needs to be consistently involved in Premier League football just yet, but he's a promising youngster with a bright future. Hopefully we can develop him into something that will be a United player for years to come. Andrew's saying basically that he'd rather play Xerxes ahead of him at the moment, and something I agree with completely. Mbeumo is by far our most important player, and we can't afford to sacrifice him unless we're in a comfortable position. So I agree wholeheartedly with that sentiment. And then hi to Lucas talks Dons as well.
Thank you, Lucas. So, gentlemen, I'm going to bring in a little new segment here. It's something that some people may have seen before if they've worked with other people, but now I'm bringing it to the United agenda. We're going to test this out, see how it goes. So here we go. Yes.
Wow.
The challenge.
Wee.
The challenge is here.
What great
And-
graphics.
And I'm going to make it even more difficult because we're not going to be doing the Manchester United current squad versus the West Ham current squad. No. These are your teams.
Oh, okay.
Let me just get rid of that so it can be seen. There you go. So this is from 2006, match day 18. So we will be playing the Manchester United formation that we are currently playing. It is down to you guys to pick and sort out a team.
Oh, God. I mean, so you have basically, because I'm looking at the West Ham team there, not many standouts for me, but we have to pick 5 players from that team. Yep.
Yep. 6 from United, 5 from West Ham.
All right.
Well,
Can we
all right.
confer?
Yes, you can do if you want to.
What do you guys think? Well, look, we can see that that's a fantastic team on the left for Man United.
Yeah.
It should be every player right now. But if I'm looking across, I like Dean Ashton. He was a player bought from Norwich, banging in goals, big, strong centre forward. Unfortunately, he had a serious injury, really killed his career. But he had so much talent and ability. He could have gone really far. Then you're looking around the squad. You got a good left back, Konchesky. Didn't he play for Liverpool? Did he play for Liverpool, Konchesky? I'm not sure. Nigel Rio-Coker was decent in midfield. But Benayoun is someone who stands out for me with Dean Ashton. We're gonna have to throw in some defenders somewhere. So it's between Gabidon and James.
Where's our right back?
What about
Where's
the
our
right back?
So just remember that we are going to be, this formation is a 3-4-2-1 formation.
Ah, all right. So 3 centre backs.
So we'll
start
start
with
with the
goalie.
goalkeeper. Yeah, start with the goalkeeper.
I'm just gonna throw in. Should we throw in Hislop?
Hislop is probably an easier one to fit in, I think.
Yeah.
As much as Edwin Van der Sar is better than him all days up. Yeah, Hislop will do.
Okay, so 3 centre backs.
Rio, Vidic, and for me, Collins.
Not Gabidon. Welsh
Ooh.
international. Okay, I don't mind. Yeah, I mean, are you contributing to this column?
No, this is all you.
All right. I think Collins. Let's go Collins, Vidic, and Ferdinand. The back 3.
That's 2. We need 3 more. We have to bear in mind.
Okay, so 3 more players. So let's wing backs. Left wing back, right wing back. I think you've got Benayoun there, who's probably going to play a forward position. Left back, Konchesky. I think we should put him as left wing back.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Actually, yeah, I put Konchesky in there.
West Ham don't seem to have a right wing back, I can see. Oh, no, Everington. I would put maybe Matthew Everington as wing back.
Yeah. He's left midfield, isn't he?
Yeah, but I mean,
yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think it gives you a bit more than Konchesky. What do you think?
I'll work with that. Yeah, Edrington. Right
Right
wing back.
wing back?
Gary Neville.
No, I don't know about that.
Um,
Rooney.
Hang on. Right wing back. Hang on. I wouldn't play Rooney there. Could we get away with Benayoun there?
Yeah, I'm happy to do that because it's such a strong team. It'll be such a strong team. So it's basically playing guys slightly out of position, but with this formation, we'll be attacking. They'll be high at the pitch. So Everington, Benayoun, we've got Hislop in goal, and James Collins in centre back. So we only need 1 more West Ham player with our 4 in midfield and 1 up front.
Harwood instead of Saha.
What about Nigel Rio-Coker? Instead, Rio-Coker with Scholes. Oh no, Rio-Coker with Carrick, Scholes, and Rooney. Oh, this is tough. All right, let's talk.
Central midfield. We haven't decided that yet. So
Okay.
we need.
So you've got who so far? You've got Hislop in goal.
Yeah. Centre back pair 3 as Vidic, Ferdinand and James Collins.
Yeah.
Left and right is West Ham. We've got Billion on the right, and we've got Matthew Everton on the left. That's our width. And we need one more West Ham player out of the 4 midfielders and a striker.
Yep.
Well, it's 2 midfielders, isn't it? Or 3 midfielders and a strike, and yeah.
So you've got two centre mids, 2 attacking mids, and a striker to go.
Carrick is a must in centre mid.
Yeah, Carrick, he's a former West Ham player as well. So maybe let's put Carrick in.
Actually, Scholes in the deep role. I don't know about that.
I'm thinking Scholes as a 10.
Yeah, so that means we need to find who's a West Ham player to put in there.
Rio Coca, I really liked him. I think he was really competitive and top player.
Okay, so let's throw Rio Coca in beside Carrick. So that then gives us.
We don't need we don't need any more West Ham players. That's everything. Double A's saying Scholes and Rooney is 10s.
Chat, put your full squad in the chat and we'll rate it compared to the ones that the guy's doing.
Hold on. So it's Giggs out in that case.
It would be in this rate.
So it's Scholes, Rooney, and Ronaldo, isn't it?
So Scholes, Carrick, and Rio Coca.
Yeah.
Rooney and Scholes with Ronaldo up front.
Is that what we've left? Fulham 3.
Yeah.
That way we've got 5 West Ham players in. So once again, from the beginning, it's Xhaka, Hislop in goal. We've got Ferdinand, Vidic, and Collins centre backs. Right wing back is Benayoun. Left wing back is Matthew Everton. We got Rio Coca and Carrick as the 2 6s. Scholes and Rooney as the 2 10s, and Ronaldo up front. Wow.
Interesting.
Wow. That's not bad at all. I would put Ferdinand as a sweeper, but it doesn't matter. That's still... Actually, he defends wide areas good. I think that's a good side. Very good side. What would you... Colin, any sort of critiquing of what we could have put in? Are we missing someone out?
I'm a bit biased, I'm not going to lie. I would have had Giggs in there.
Where, as a wing back?
As a wing back, yeah.
There's that.
Trying to think who else there was. I think the front 3 makes itself.
Yeah. What about Benayoun in that position? Are we sort of killing him by playing him there?
I mean, there was Lee Boyer you could have had.
Is he in the side? Lee Boyer there?
I'm not sure he's in that, but I haven't put the substitutes on because I just thought that would make it more complicated if I did.
Yeah.
Actually, here's an interesting one now that you mention it. We could have done Giggs on the left wing back. That then pushed Ronaldo down to the Scholes position and put in Harwood then at the top. As an alternative.
I think that makes us weaker. I know Giggs, Everton gives us width and balance and driving. Giggs, yeah. I mean, this is like not 1990s Giggs. This is a Giggs from 2008 who's can't really. I don't know. I'm not here to disrespect him, but yeah.
Just as the caveat to the people watching, we had to force 5 West Ham players in.
Yeah, I have a choice, yeah.
People could tune in and say, what the hell's going on here?
Please, feel free to rate this team, guys. Let them know if they've done well. Let them know if you would swap anybody out into this. I will give this team a solid 8 out of 10.
Okay.
I think it'd challenge top 4 quite comfortably. So
there's a world-class players in this team, isn't there? There's a few world-class players. It's just wow.
The other alternative is we could have had Carrick as a centre back.
Who?
We could have put Carrick in the centre back instead of Collins.
And then put someone. Yeah. It's tough one. I just don't like the forward line of West Ham. I don't think if you can, it's hard to leave any of our guys out. We've left out Saha and Giggs. You know, it's hard to leave them out. So we had to fit them in, especially goalkeeper. That was a obvious choice to make. Big up Van der Sar, but we have to make a decision here. Let's get the goalkeeper changed.
You've left out.
Could have been. That's the first player I mentioned was Dean Ashton, but I just can't put him in over the strike force that United have there. What was the score this day? Do you know what the result was?
I do know what the result was, yes.
I think it's got to be a caning, is it? This is a great Man United side against an average-looking West Ham side. I think we should have won by at least 2 goals. Maybe I even went to... Oh, no, I didn't go to this game. I remember going to...
Rebel, don't you be searching it.
I'm not doing nothing. I'm only looking at score lines from the current games.
So this was a 1-0 defeat. Nigel Reo-Coker scored in the 75th minute and we lost 1-0.
At home?
At home.
Oh, my gosh. Who was manager of West Ham?
Alan Kirbishley.
This is a team that got to the... didn't they lose the Gerrard final in the FA Cup?
Yeah, it was 2006. They lost the FA Cup final.
Wow.
They did, yes. But we're going to move on to more present day now. The history. I hope people like that. If they do like it,
I really enjoyed that. That was really good.
I'll keep bringing it back. So, score predictions. I've only got a couple today. Rebel, you've gone for a 2-1 win.
Yeah, I just feel I had to go for a win against West Ham. Like, I know our form has been extremely erratic, but if we cannot beat a West Ham team, and to be honest with you, only winning by a goal is not great considering the form they're in, I think you can nearly give up football if you don't beat West Ham. They're terrible.
Fair enough. Solo's also gone for a 2-1 win. So he's joined you on that bandwagon. I have gone for a 2-1 win as well. So we're all positive today, apparently. And I watched the West Ham game. Who was it that played recently? Liverpool. And, you know, as soon as, I know they went down to 10 men, but as soon as Lucas Paqueta came off, got sent off, they looked like they couldn't sort out an attack anymore. He seemed to be the guy that was pulling all the strings for them. And obviously he's not available to play against us tomorrow. Yaba.
We're also missing Fabianski, aren't they?
Yeah, they are. They are indeed. Yaba's gone for a 3-1 win.
Great minds think alike. I mean, yeah, you read my mind there, Colin. It's really true. I do think we can win by 2 goals. Liverpool beat them 2-0 the other day, and Liverpool been really poor. I just think West Ham, without Bowen, what a player he's been. He's like a proper fan. The fans love him. Proper player for West Ham. And with Billy Bonds dying the other day as well, he's the one who sort of shines out. They always have these characters, don't they? Mark Noble before that, and Alan Devonshire, and all these top players that the fans just love. And he's fills those boots really well. Really, such a threat. Really direct. And I think he should be going to the World Cup with England later next summer, because he's been such a brilliant player. I always sort of thought to myself, wow, he was at Hull all that time, and he's just stepped up into the Premier League and become one of the best players in the Premier League, to be honest. If they lose him, West Ham are really going to struggle. I know they've got a new manager, and they're trying to sort of steady the ship, but I just feel going away at Man United is not where they should be really thinking about getting their points. They just got to sort of settle down and start getting, I think with the manager they've got, and he's good enough to sort of make them a bit more secure. That's the first thing they need to do, and then start looking to survive the season by beating the teams in and around them. And I think they can do that, because when you look around them with Wolves and Leeds and maybe Burnley, they've got a chance of surviving, being the 4th of the worst teams if they put together. But they're really under pressure right now. But coming to Old Trafford, I think we really have to go for it. Like you said, if you saw the league table, guys, we're not far off. We start taking points when we're supposed to, like we're supposed to tomorrow night, it's a different story. We start, getting nosebleeds and thinking, wow, we're back. So it's got to be a win for us. We just got to put them to the sword, despite not having a few players out with Harry Maguire out and Xisco out. People got to step up, and I think because it's a live game, we've watched all the other results. I think we've got a great opportunity to really finish the week of midweek games with a shock, a shock to everyone else, to remind people that we aren't no mugs and we can compete. And another 3 points will put us closer to that sort of top four zone, and I'll be loving that. So come on, United, let's get the result. Big up Stuart Marshall. Sorry, Stuart, I couldn't get through to you. I've lost my other phone. I was going to contact you, but hopefully you can come on tomorrow night. And when you're talking about 3-0 like that, great minds think alike. I'm thinking the same. I believe that we can win by a heavy margin.
And Max has gone for a 1-1.
Ooh.
And just to let you know, Arsenal have taken the lead against Brentford.
That's fine. Don't matter. Yeah, so obviously Paqueta is out. He's not available. Fabianski is out. He's got no return date. Another player, which I think we've overlooked, who's out and won't be playing, is Somerville. Because Somerville, Christiel Somerville.
Centre midfielder, isn't he?
Yeah. He's a good player, very good player. And Mateus Cunha is expected to be back. Harry Maguire is not back until the 15th, so we're going to miss him for another 12 days. And Benjamin Sesko has a return date as well now of the 8th of December.
Okay.
So there we go. There we have it. So we are going to be back tomorrow. I'm doing the watch along, of course. I am Mr. Watch Along here. Final thoughts, guys. Rebel.
Yeah. If Manchester United do not deliver 3 points tomorrow, I think public floggings are in order. Maybe have Luke Shaw go out a few kebabs for the remainder of the season. Look, in all seriousness, we're playing the two worst teams in the Premier League tomorrow and the next game. 6 points is an absolute must. Ruben Amorim should be able to get those points regardless of who he has available to him. There is no excuse for underperforming in those games. If they do, they deserve all the fair flack and comment that they get. Not abuse, but fair flack and comment. And at the end of the day, there's going to be much tougher games, particularly without Brian Mbeumo, Ahmad, Maz coming up over the Christmas period. And we need to take 6 points while they're there. There's no excuses for anything else.
What I'd love to see, Colin, is us get some youngsters on the bench. If we can go 2-3-0 up and be comfortable, let's give some people a run out. Like you said, you made a good point, and it's been buzzing around my head since you mentioned it, about the players that go into AFCON very soon and the players that maybe could get some minutes. So it's a great opportunity for some youngsters maybe to sort of, start showing the manager, because the manager's really been tough. And I like it in a way. I mean, we've got players like Kobe Mainu. I mean, that's a big talking point. He's got an opportunity now to get some game time. And big up Rebel, we mentioned Shea Lacey, who's been getting rave reviews right now. He's got a possibility he can get some time as well. But then in other news, we've heard that Chido could be going out on loan in January, and this is the person who came in. I think it's on £30,000 a year from Arsenal. But I don't think it's a negative thing. It's not to say we're messing youngsters up. I think it's realistic, because look at what happened with Ahmad. He went to Rangers, went to Sunderland, he went on loan a couple of times, and we signed him for sort of big money, and he's turned out good. I think players need that, and before they get rushed into the first team football, it's experience, it's patience, it's maturity, and rather with them getting players out of the club who think they should be playing like Angel Gomez and Paul Pogba. This is the managers setting the precedence here by saying, if you want to get in the first team, there's a process to it. Go out on loan, learn the trade, and then come back and we'll get you in, no matter how talented you are. Because if that was the case, they'd be playing that 14-year-old JJ in the next couple of weeks too, because he's talented. So, it's ridiculous.
I just want to come in about one thing, though. You mentioned the comparative to Paul Pogba. To be fair to Paul Pogba at that time, he should have been starting in a game. They played a De Silva twin in midfield ahead of him. That was ridiculous.
Yeah.
We do make some silly decisions, don't we, at Manchester United? Let's be real. Stuart will be holding on that. I expect to see you tomorrow after the game has
Big up
finished.
to it.
You will be here live. And as we leave, I will leave you with this. Sir Jim Ratcliffe has said they don't expect to do any business in the first part of the January transfer window. However, they will go all out on a certain midfielder who plays in the Premier League. Do you know what I'm talking about?
Would it be? Does it
Elliot?
begin surname with W?
Elliot
Oh,
Anderson.
Correct. You have a
You're
Elliot
joking.
Anderson.
Is this what's tell me more about this quote? Where we heard this?
So this has come directly from Manchester. Their people over there. United will not be rushed into making any decisions, but they are exploring the deal to get Anderson in January, because there is apparently a clause in his contract which means he'll get sold for less in the summer. So United are going to try and act on that and spend £80 million this January on Elliot Anderson.
Wow.
Is it not true that City apparently are catching his eye, though, and that could make things difficult?
Nope. There's been no contact from Manchester City at this moment in time.
Okay.
Wow.
Anderson January, Wharton in summer. I'll take that.
Mm.
Yeah, Stuart.
What
Forest
the other night?
want 100 mil, but there's a I think there's a clause in his contract where he can go. I think it's like 65 million in the summer.
So give me
If a big team comes in.
Mm. What do you guys? What did you think of Water the other night?
Class.
Hey, this is like obviously for another show completely, but I mean my three of who we're looking at in the Premier League. Anderson's kind of a master at a few of the things. Belaber's the master at the defensive side of the things, and Wharton's just good at more rounded. He's just good at stuff. Whereas, I think we need to look at the higher ones. But that is for another show. That is for another day.
Fair enough.
We have been the Man United agenda. Everyone stay safe. Have a good night.
Right.
Right.